classical Pilates mat class with nice flowing transitions and minimal verbal instruction, just focusing on the bare basics so you can focus on the practice. This is for intermediate people who have been practicing for a while, who just want a good flow, get through their mat class. Here we go. Starting at the front of your mat, cross one foot in front of the other, one arm on top, come up on your toes, lower yourself with control to sit, balance, stretch your arms out long, fingers and thumbs together, roll onto your low back, stretch your legs out at 45 degrees, pump your arms, go inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw your abdominals in and up, hug the sides of your waist in, hug your legs together, stretch your legs out long for opposition and breathe. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep pulling in and up from the abdominals as you reach away with the legs. Hug in the sides of your waist. Make sure your abdominals aren't moving, like your stomach isn't pumping with your arms, just your arms are pumping. Oh, good morning. And we'll keep going. Inhale and exhale. And inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Inhale 2, 4, 5. And exhale, 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 exhale. Lower your legs. Stretch your arms long. And the roll up. Arms come up. Head comes up. Articulate up. Exhale over. Inhale, roll it back and down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And exhale, exhale. Inhale, arms up, head up. And then you exhale right when it gets hard so you can pull your abdominals in more. And then here we inhale, and then again, right where it gets difficult, I exhale to pull those abdominals in and support myself more. Inhale, arms up, head up. Exhale over. Inhale, shoulder blades on the back. Exhale, exhale, exhale. And last one, arms up, head up, tucking those front ribs in. Exhale over, there's still length through the sides of my waist, and then inhale, shoulders on the back, and I'm lengthening my waist more. Exhale. Take your right leg up to the sky. We're going to stretch it straight up. We will do a little stretch here, but start by stretching your right leg up. Press your left leg down into the mat. Press your rib cage down into the mat. Now, grab your right foot. So you're going to have to bend your knee. You might have to lift your head up. Okay, take your knee off to the right. Hold on. So my knee is trying to clear my rib cage. There may or may not. I might have to bend my left knee to make that happen. But if we started in that press down position, maybe we can keep the left leg pressed down. Okay, now go ahead and stretch your right leg up again. And we have a little more mobility there for circles. Pull the leg in toward you, across the body, down, kick it up. Are you pulling your abdominals in and up? Are you pulling in from the pelvic floor? Are you hugging the sides of your waist in and across and kick, across and kick? The range of motion that you can hold everything else steady, and reverse. Go out for 5, 4, so your ribs are down, 3, 2, your left leg isn't moving, and 1, kick it up, place that leg down. Take your left leg up, and we'll so first, just stretch the leg up, push your right leg down into the ground, so you're trying to create this right angle as best you can, and then ribs down, so make sure you're not trying to arch your back in any way. Okay, now just turn your left toes off to the left, bend your knee, hold on to your left foot. You may have to bend, curl your head and chest up to get to it, and you may have to bend your right leg. Maybe I can go back down. Here we go. So if things are tight, there's probably no way your right leg will stay on the ground. That's okay. Just stretching the back of that hamstring, inner thigh, getting that to loosen up a little bit so that when we do our leg circles, those muscles, just because they're tight, they're not tugging everything along with them. Okay, good. Then stretch that left leg up to the sky, palms face back down, and we pull the leg in toward us, across the body, down, kick it up. So see, if that left leg is tight, every time you kick it up, it's going to pull everything with it. So try to resist with that right leg. You might get a little stretch. and kick it up in your left leg. And kick one more this direction. Kick and reverse out to your left for 5 and 4, 3. Again, the range of motion is dictated by how still you can hold your abdominals. Place that leg down. 1 roll up to come up to rolling like a ball. Arms come up, head comes up, curl up. Draw your heels in close to your hips. 1 hand on each ankle, heels together. Roll it back and back up to balance. Shoulder blades back and down. Roll back and back up to balance. Roll back and balance. 2 more. Rock back, nice and not going onto your neck, nice and easy, and balance. Now, hold on to that right knee. I just take my left hand, shift it to my right knee, stretch the left leg out, round it back, curled up, and switch. So we usually just do 1 or 2 slower ones in the beginning and switch. It's an exhale there, inhale to switch, and an exhale. Then we go right into the full breath. Inhale, switch, inhale, exhale, exhale. So the traditional breath goes with the traditional pace. There's a little bit faster, right? And I'm breathing each movement. It gets an inhale, and I keep inhaling, and then exhale, and I keep exhaling. My hands are on the outside of my ankle and the inside of my knee. That helps me steer my knees straight back and forth. There's no funny wobble out to the sides or across the midline with the legs. Just straight down the middle, brushing through the center. Last breath, we go. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, rest. Okay? Still holding on to my shins, heels together. Curl your head and chest up. Re-hug in the sides of the waist. Inhale, stretch long, pull in from that low pelvic floor. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, pull those low abdominals in. Exhale. Feel your low back. It should not be moving on the mat. It should be holding still. Inhale, it's holding still, it's holding still, it's still holding still. People lose it actually right here as they start to bring their knees in. That's where the pelvis tends to tilt. So use your abdominals as you exhale to come in. Use them more. Reach long and exhale. Use your abdominals more. Last one. Reach. Now use them more to pull your legs in and rest. Okay. Scissors. Hold on to the back of your legs. Curl your head and chest up. Stretch your legs up toward the ceiling. Heels together. Hold on with your right hand behind your right calf. Yes, yes, get way up there. And then left leg long. Shoulder blades back and down. And switch. Yes, and switch. And switch. And switch. Now add some breath. We go inhale, keep inhaling, and exhale, keep exhaling. So you see it's 1 whole breath per 4 kicks. So right, inhale 1, inhale 2, exhale 1, exhale 2. See, okay? And keep going. I never succeed in explaining the breath to people. You either figure it out or you just do your own thing. Yes. And last breath, inhale, inhale, and exhale, exhale, rest. Okay? Double leg lift. Hold on to your shins, heels together. Curl your head and chest up, 1 hand behind the other at the base of the skull. Rest your head back into your hands, legs toward the ceiling. Heels are still together, legs are still together. Lower the legs and pull them in and up. Now, just like before, as you pull in and up, use those abdominals more so there's less movement in the low back. Right there, I'm not letting my low back pop off as I start to lift my legs. Like I said, that's where people lose it, is about halfway back up, right there. So watch that spot as you lower, lower, lower. Now lift, pull in more with your low abdominals. Pull them back to the floor. Pull the sides of your waist in. Let's do 1 more. Lower, 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 and lift, pull in, and rest. Okay? Crisscross. Hold on to your shins. Curl your head and chest up. 1 hand behind the other at the base of the skull. Stretch your left leg long, cross to your right. We'll do, again, 2 slow ones. And then switch and cross. And then we'll go faster. So we go inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Try to get up there as high as you did each time when you were going slowly. Try to pinch the side of the waist up to the thigh. You're crossing over. Try to get your waistline onto your thigh. Curl up that much. Stay up off the tip of your shoulder blades. Curl up higher. Keep reaching those legs. Reach the leg for good opposition. Stretch it out of the abdominals as you pull your abdominals in and up and curl up higher for one more breath. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, and rest. All right, that's the full abdominal series of 5. Stretch your legs out long if you want to do the traditional roll up. Arms come up, head comes up, we roll up, and we're ready for a spine stretch forward. Feet are mat distance apart, ankles flex, toes and knees straight up to the sky. Arms come out. Little trick for how to sit taller in this position. Take your thigh bones, move them straight back, and widen them a little bit as you go. So there's a little bit of an inner, kind of grabbing that inner thigh and widening it, pulling my thigh straight back. Now my pelvic floor is a little more flush on the mat. My pelvis is more neutral, less tipped. Okay, arms out, shoulder blades on. Inhale, exhale, rounding that upper back, and inhale back up. As if I was going to put the crown of my head between my knees. That's where I'm aiming. So it's not a forward bend, it's a rounding. And up, 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 up. If it was a forward bend, I'd be reaching for my toes, but I'm not. I'm exhaling, rounding, as if I was going to put my head between my knees and inhale, round, back up. But as I do that, as I bring my head down, I'm lifting through the sides of the waist more. And back up, we're going to do one more. Inhale and exhale, round the sides of my waist, lengthen, and then back up. Open leg rocker, pop the legs up, hold on behind your calves. Toes are at a soft point and only shoulder distance apart for the legs, not any wider. Yes, control that, okay, and rock back and rock it back up. Rock back, shoulders on your back, and back up. Rock back. Now use those abdominals, not your shoulders, not the tilt of the pelvis to balance. Just one more. Rock back, rock it back up. Bring your legs together, arms in that high teaser position, and articulate onto your low back. I'm going to move on to the mat, and your legs are up to the sky, hands by your sides. Legs are together. Okay, shoulder blades on the back for corkscrew. Pull the legs in toward you, circle to your right, and pull them up the center. Pull them in, circle to the left. So you pull them in each time like you're going to lift your hips off, and then circle. Pull them in and circle. Now do actually lift your hips off just a little bit, and down, and then circle right. Lift your hips, down, circle left. And again, lift a little higher. Back down, circle right. Lift a little higher, down, and circle left, back to center, and we'll flip up for the saw. Feet are, again, mat distance apart, ankles flex, toes and knees pointing up to the sky. You could take that thigh back and back. That'll let you sit a little more upright in neutral with your pelvis. Arms out to your sides. Inhale. Turn to your right. Reach your pinky finger out past your pinky toe. Round. Again, like you're going to put your head on your thigh. Come up and turn. So it's not so much of a forward bend. It's a rounding. And then inhale up and turn and reach. Rounding, lifting up through the sides of your waist. Inhale up and round and up and turn and round. Lift through the sides of your waist. One more. Up and turn and reach, reach, reach. Come all the way over onto your stomach for the neck roll. Legs are straight. Maybe the heels touch. Maybe because you have to make sure you have enough space in your low back for that. Elbows underneath your shoulders, look straight ahead. So I'm pushing pelvis down, pubic bone down, lifting my low abdominals. Find that nice line from tailbone to crown of head. Now try to keep it as you look to your right, circle your chin down and around, look to your left, and center. Look left. Circle your chin down around your collarbones, look to your right, exhale, center. So it's an inhale to look, circle around, look, and exhale, center. And last one, inhale, look left, circle down, look right, exhale. Come all the way out onto your stomach. We'll do a couple different types of swan prep. So forehead down, on your fingertips, that means your shoulders are lifting way away from the floor. Press your pubic bone down, lift your legs, lift your hands, hold that. So the butt is pretty toned here. My legs are hugging toward the midline, lifting my low abdominals a lot, and then relax, okay? Stretch your arms back out, come back up on your fingertips, heels toward each other.
push the pubic bone down, lift your legs. Now lift just your fingertips up so you're at a low hover. Lift your head between your hands, or between your arms, and lengthen, lengthen, and back down. Okay, now hands underneath your shoulders, shoulders lifted way away from the floor. Hover your hands, lift your head, lift your legs. So you're lifting, you're hovering, lift, 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 lift your low abdominals, push your pubic bone down more, and then come back down. Okay, we're going to add on to that with pushing with the hands. So first off, though, hover with the hands. Lift your head and chest, lifting, lifting, legs are off. Place your hands, lift a little bit higher, your legs will come down, that's okay, right? Open the chest, now start to lower, lifting your hands, lower yourself back down, and that's it. Sit back on your heels. So that's the beginning of swan prep. The key there is that your low back is happy. You're learning how to go into that extension and using your low abdominals to support your low back, keeping that traction, keeping that nice and long. Come out onto your forearms. We'll come around a big beach ball, go knuckle to knuckle, so making fists, point the toes. Again, find that line from tailbone through crown of head, at least in your mind's eye. And single leg kick, right heel kicks, kick, kick, left, kick, kick, right, kick, kick, and left, kick, kick. Keep going, kick, kick, pelvis is down, using my abdominals to try to stabilize. And one more on each side, and kick, kick. Come all the way onto your stomach. Double leg kick. One hand on top of the other. The lower hand could hold the top hand. Let your elbows fall toward the ground. Turn one cheek. Okay, legs together, possibly heels touching if the low back is okay with that. And we go kick, 2, 3, and look up. I'm going to keep my hands together and then turn and go kick, 2, 3. So I'm going to keep holding my hands as I reach. That's just another way to do it, right? I could have my hands come apart, kick, and lift and reach. And then rest the elbows, kick, 2, 3, and look up. We'll do one more on each side to get the hang of it. Kick, 2, 3, and I find this is the hardest coordination one for most people. Turn and kick, 2, 3, but I also like the work in the upper back, so why not do a little more? And rest. Okay, and then we'll come around for the neck pull, turning around to face the front of your mat. Now this time, feet are hip distance apart. Once again, I'll do that little trick where I pull my pelvis back just a little bit to get neutral. Knees and toes are straight up to the sky. One hand behind the other at the base of the skull, so fingertips to crease of wrists. Inhale, exhale, rounding over, still lengthening through the sides of my waist, then lengthening through the sides of my waist more, pulling straight up from the pelvic floor. Hinge it back, round it out. Now try to leave your legs behind. As you come back up, I'm reaching through the legs and round it over. There are lots of variations to help you out with this one. Sit tall, hinge it back, just round back a little bit. Pull your abdominals in and up and round over. That will help you get more traction. Sit tall, hinge back, round it out. Again, round just to the back of the pelvis and then try to come right back up and exhale over. I'm really trying to keep the force out of my low back. Hinge back, round, and then round it back up and exhale over. This time we're just going to round all the way down to the ground. Hinge back, round, and I'm going to stay back there all the way back. So, of course, you can do the full neck roll for each one of those, but I like to show the variations and the progression. Okay, shoulder bridge. Feet are hip distance apart. If you can touch your heels with your fingertips, go for it. That helps me know my heels are in the same place side to side. Okay, pushing into the soles of your feet. We're going to lift the hips up, knees, hips, shoulders, all in a line. Before we take one leg up, I want you to really push into your feet. Push into your big toe, push into your pinky toe, push into your heel. So all the sides of the legs are activated, my butt muscles are toned. Now shift into that left foot a lot. Draw your right knee into your chest, stretch your right leg toward the sky. Kick it back toward your head, 1, 2, then lengthen knee to knee. Go kick, kick, and lengthen. We're just going to do one more. Kick, kick, and lengthen, and place that right foot down. Okay, hips are still up, nice and steady. Push into that right foot. Get that right butt cheek to tone. Draw your left knee into your chest. Stretch your left leg toward the sky. And just 3 times. We're going kick, kick, lengthen, knee to knee. Kick, kick, reach knee to knee. Kick, kick as I reach. I don't place my hip, I don't move my hips. I'm going to place my foot down, but my hips don't move. And then they lower together. Okay. And then we're going to rock up and we'll roll on to our left side for side kicks. My shoulder and hip on one plane, edge of the mat. My feet are about 2 feet in front. Stretch that top leg out. Top hand can be on the floor in front of you or on your hip or behind your head. Okay, top leg hovers, hip height, and we go kick, kick, and reach it back. Kick, kick, and reach it back. Try to hold everything else still. So I'm trying to pull in from the pelvic floor up the spine and reach it back. One more, kick, kick, and reach. Hover heel over heel, and I point up to the sky and reach out. Point up and reach long. See if you can keep lifting that space underneath your waistline, the one that touches the mat. Try to keep it lifted off the mat, even as you point up. Last one, and reach long. Now keep reaching. Keep that little space under your side waist. Make circles, 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. Little circles, like I'm trying to brush my heels together, reaching that top leg out so I have my space and enough. Now, bend that top knee, hold on. I'm going to probably lose that space temporarily. I can get it back if I reach my right hip away from me, that top hip. Lift your bottom leg up and pulse it up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and little circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leg is straight. Reverse. 1, 2, 3. So I'm not doing anything funny with my foot or my knee. And stack the legs. Okay, high scissors. I'm going to have that top hand lightly across, maybe 2 fingers touching down. Lift my legs off. I still have space underneath the side of my waist, by the way. Okay, top leg back, bottom leg forward. It's easier to balance there. I can probably take my hand off even and just work that balance. And then top leg forward, bottom leg back. It's gonna be a little harder. I'm gonna use more abdominal muscles. And then we just kick for 5. So it goes 5 quick kicks. 4, 3, 2, 1, and together. And then lift both arms in line with your ears, holding that position. Roll over. I'm gonna flip myself for the second side. And I'm on my right shoulder, right hip, back edge of the mat. Feet are 2 feet in front of my shoulder, so at an angle. Reach that top heel out. Top hand could go on the mat, on your hip, or behind your head. Okay, lifting that top leg, hip height, and reach it away. So get that little space underneath your waistline. And then go kick forward and back. And kick, kick, and back. And remember, we are just sliding across a tabletop. So my leg doesn't lift up in the back. It's just forward, gliding, and back. That's it. Kick, kick, and back. And one more. Kick, kick, and back. Heel over heel. Point the toes up and reach it out. Point up. Now, certainly when you reach it out, you can get your little space back. Can you keep it there when you lift your leg up? Maybe. And point up and reach. And last one. Point and reach. Now hovering straight leg, little circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My hips are still stacked. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take that top leg, cross it over, lift your bottom leg up. It's all from up high in the hip joint. The knee is not moving. Pulse up for 1, 2. So the knee and the ankle are just taking a ride on this nice straight leg, and little circles. So you're circling from way up high. For me, this can be quite tender on the outside of my hip. That's okay. Reverse. So I'm kind of getting a massage on that upper IT band, tensor fasciolata muscle on the outer hip, and enough. Now, stacking the legs, high scissors, balance. So I've just got maybe 2 fingers there, and then top leg back, bottom leg forward. It's an easier place to balance. I might be able to hold it. And then when I switch, I got to really activate my pelvic floor to hold it, hold it, hold it. And then 5 kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Legs together, arms together, balance. And we're going to roll onto our back for teasers. So I'm just going to flip head to toe, but you can be where you're at. Okay, so you're flat on your back to start. I think this is a very perilous way for most people to start teasers unless you've been doing this a long time. So we will start with bent knees, okay?
Also, it's a little perilous to have the arms back on the floor because most people cannot engage their ribs there. So take your arms up to at least 45 degrees, if not straight up toward the sky. Okay, that way I can really engage those low ribs tucking in to my abdominals. I'm all fired up. And then I can curl my head and chest up and rock up, and there's no low back involvement in that at all. I leave my legs there. I articulate back, and that's my teaser. Arms back, keeping that integration of ribs, rock up. Maybe I'm gonna leave my legs a little bit lower this time, circle the arms. 1, 2, 3, leave my legs there, roll it out, articulate it, keep it there, hugging the legs together, arms come up, head comes up, reverse your circles. 1, 2, 3, that's it. Leave your legs there, hug your legs in, use your butt muscles, it helps. Exhale, and again, arms come up, head comes up. Let's go up to eyebrows, down to hips. Last one, up to eyebrows, down to hips. Take your arms up, articulate it down, and draw your knees in. Okay, now we're gonna rock up for hip circles. Come up, and we'll come back onto the forearms here, drawing the knees into the chest, and then circle them around to the right, to the left, around, so they're going a full circle, and we'll go to the left again and kick. Okay, and circle to the right, to the left, to the right, and kick. And go left and right and left and kick. One more set. We go right and left and right and kick, and come all the way over onto your stomach for swimming. Come out, arms and legs are out. We come to a low hover. So you're just about half an inch off the floor with the arms and legs. Legs are not together, so don't worry about that. Just hugging toward the midline. Left arm lifts, right leg lifts. Right arm, left leg, and then swim for one breath. It's an inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Kick, 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 and that's it. Come out to onto tables for plank. Okay, tucking the toes. We're gonna come into a straight arm plank. We'll add the toe rock and lift. I'm just resetting my timer here. Okay, here we go. Straight arm plank, toes are tucked, and here we go. We'll rock back and forth on the toes a few times. So that's the action, holding my plank, just like a little arrow stretching out through your head. Then lift your right leg and rock back and forth. Place it down. Lift your left leg, rock, place it down. Lift your right leg and rock, and place it down, and lift your left leg and rock, and place it down. And that's 30 seconds. And we're going to flip right around onto our sitting, facing forward. So here we go. We could do that in the advanced version. We'd like transition right into being into front plank, but we're going to do it this way. My feet are together, heels are together. Let's start with just trying to lift up from there, right? So lift the hips, try to, oops, I can get the right distance. Lift the hips, try to straighten your legs. Lift, 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 lift. Yes, that's it. And back down. Okay, so fingers are pointing straight forward. Okay, so that's the first part of that exercise. Let's do it one more time. You can always do it with bent knees, hip distance apart. So I'll show you that, right? Tuck the tail, lift, looking straight forward, and getting the butt to tone. It's a lot easier on the back of the knees. Come down. Let's do it one more time with straight legs. I have to keep my knees a tiny bit bent so I don't hyperextend. Ready? Lifting the hips are really tail curls, tail tucks, lifting, 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 and back down. Okay, and then be nice to your wrists. I hold on, I do this little thing here, decompress them. Okay, and we're gonna go into side kicks. So here we are, kneeling. We didn't do the fancy transition, but that's okay. This is now getting into advanced territory anyway. Left leg comes out, right hand comes down, left hand behind your head. Lean your hips a little forward, head back. So we'll do this. This is the first part of being able to do kneeling side kicks, is being able to hold this position and not have the supporting hip freaking out. You could put your hand up on a block if you had a chair or something like that but just working on this. Now we're just going to work on lifting the left leg. That's all we're going to do today. So turn your toes up to the sky, use those abdominal muscles, get that butt to tone for you, and lift the leg. Lift, 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 and bring it down. And that's it. Come on to the second side, and we'll take your other leg out, right leg out, left hand down, right hand behind your head. Lean your hips forward. So you're getting a little bit of a stretch through there maybe. Depends on how much walking or running you do. That can get very tight in the front of the hips. Okay, so just figuring out how to lift out of that supporting hip. This often bothers people. We want to be able to lift up and out. So I'm really lifting the whole side body up away from the floor. Then in addition, I can turn my right toes up to the sky. And as I lift that whole side body, my right leg goes with it. So it's like everything, like there's 100 little strings and they're all being pulled up like I'm a marionette. And then bring that leg down and come onto your knees, and we'll come into mermaid, sitting on the left hip. Legs are off to the right. I have my right foot in the left arch, and I'm holding on to that top ankle. Left arm comes up. I do this with the breath. It does not traditionally have a breath, but that's okay. We'll add the breath. Inhale. Exhale, round it over. Just makes sense. Inhale. And as you exhale, get taller through the right waistline. And back up, and one more time. Reach, and back up, and then arms come out, and you could bend that elbow in to help you reaching that opposite arm long, and then it slides over the head, and now reach your hips away, push your hips away from your shoulders, and then come back up, and we're exhaling over. Inhale, so I'm holding onto my ankle again. Exhale. Inhale, it's just nice to get a side stretch through the ribs, lifting up through the rib cage, and then over, slow landing, top arm over the ear, and we're back up and switching to the second side, knees to your left. Hold on with your left hand. I'm pretty casual with the legs. You could get fussy if your knees were in good shape. You could try to line your knees up. My knees are not in great shape, so I just let them be happy. Inhale, exhale over. So I should say my knees just get a lot of use. Exhale over, inhale up, and exhale. Reach it over, lengthening through that left side too, and then you come out, and you could do this elbow in to help a little bit with that momentum to slow you down. So you use more waistline instead of gravity. Big reach, and back up, and exhale. Inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, trying to still lift out of that left side, up tall, and one more time, reaching, and then we go out, slow yourself down, try to use your waistline, push your left hip away from your shoulders, come back up, exhale over, sit tall, and we're gonna swing ourselves around to the front for seals. Dive those hands through. We're gonna do about 5 or 6 clapping seals, and then we're gonna rock ourselves up to stand, face the back for push-ups. So balancing here, we go back for 1, 2, 3, and up 2, 3. Go back, don't roll on any painful part of the neck, right? It should be nice, even pressure all the way through, hugging those knees into the arms into the legs, right? So everything's hugging and compact. On the next one, we're gonna undo the hands, cross the feet, come to stand, and face the back of the room. Yep, heels together. Arms up, and we round up and over, walk out for 1, 2, 3.5 steps. And we're gonna start push-ups here, elbows going straight back in line with the ribs. Fingertips are spread, hands are outer shoulder distance. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and one more. And then we pike the hips up, walk the hands back. 1, 2, 3. Use your abdominals, lift up, lift up, lift up. Arms up to the sky. Push your hands down, lift up to the crown of your head. And stay tall the rest of your day. Pilates mat class.